scathing new report by volunteer charity WRVS says the UK lags behind other countries in its care of the elderly. Older people in the UK are apparently some of the loneliest, poorest and most concerned about age discrimination in Europe. According to the report, a lack of investment by local authorities in services for the elderly is partly to blame.
People feel particularly isolated, lonely, which impacts on their health, income issues, worried about poverty, worried about where money is coming from. So as a combination, there's a general sense of this feeling like a bad place to be. So we wanted to just compare how that felt against.
One of the main reasons for this rise in the elderly population was the baby boom. And when that happened, everyone was at least having 1 to 2 children per family. Healthcare expenses in the UK will be forced to go up. Not only that, but the government will be forced to borrow and increase public debts to pay for social benefits, pensions, and care for the elderly.
Today, social worker Bianca and community matron Colin are visiting Margaret, who is in need of constant care.
Can I have your finger?
7 days a week, a carer comes to look after Margaret, a service that is fully funded by Barking and Dagenham Council, who've assessed her breathing condition to be severe enough to merit help.
You're wheezing quite a lot, so I would say you still have got the infection.
The purpose of this visit is to check whether the level of care she's getting is suitable for her needs and whether she will continue to qualify.
Margaret, Colin just said that you still got a chest infection. You're going for some further investigation tomorrow for X-ray and so on. How does it work with your carers in the morning?
Yeah, they do help, make me coffee and help me with my washing, shopping.
How would you like living alone with constant pains from either your arthritis or maybe the cancer you are developing? According to recent surveys in the UK, elderly people are amongst the loneliest. One in 3 elderly people in the UK are diagnosed either with a serious heart condition or later on develop cancer. Most of the elderly in the UK get prescribed pills to numb the pain. Older generations have voted themselves benefits that will indebt future generations. Most of the UK's elderly are left in debt or either paying for expensive health care.
Any support from Redbridge at all, and I think he's using his life savings, isn't he? Yep.
Leslie cares for his wife Frances full-time, and 3 times a day she's visited by a nurse who needs to be paid for privately.
We've obviously been in touch with the local social services, and we know what is available, or what should be available, and what is available to us, which is very, very little. My wife is completely disabled. She has leukemia, she has MS. I would say that the classification system is entirely wrong.
Because they care for each other, Leslie and his wife both receive attendance allowance from the government. But with no financial help from the council, the couple is fast running out of savings.
Because of the problems, my wife has no life, and obviously I have no life to talk of. That is very hard. I'm housebound in the same way as my wife is.
You're in this situation in this borough. If you were living in Barking and Dagenham, you may actually qualify for help, financial help and more care. Is that fair?
Grossly unfair. Grossly unfair. That is what happens in Redbridge. We live here, we have to accept it, but don't have to like it.
Thank you for watching my documentary.